Today's Monday, September 25th. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Peter Ambrose. Here. John Jones. Mary McCullough. Here. Keith Varian. Here. Bill Gerber. Here. Tim Lynch. Eric Newman. Here. Cindy Parham. Here. Heather Dean. Present. Alex Durrell. Here. Robin Orris. Here. Ron Pine. Here. Jen Hochberg. Here. Ms. Hochberg, do you have an announcement to make for your district?
I do. I am very pleased to announce that District 4 is welcoming Alice Kelly to the RTM. She is replacing Liz Ezema, who has moved on to the Board of Finance. Welcome, Alice.
Alice Kelly. Here. Aaron Lopez. Here. Phil Pierce. Here. Josh Garskoff. Here. Ruth Smay. Here. Carol Way. Here. Jay Wolk. Here. Matt Ambrose. Hannah Gale. Here. Pam Jones. Ray Newberger. Here. Tom McCarthy. Here. Mark McDermott. Here. Jill Vergara. Here. Karen Wackerman. Here. Hank Ferentz. Here. Pamela Iacono. Here. Christine Messina. Pete Tallman. Here. Brian Farnan. Here. Drew Georgiadis. Here. Ken Lee. Here. Bill Perugini. Here. Sam Cargill. Here. Paul Fattabine. Here. Michael Hurley. Here. Eric Sunman.
Will you all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The first item is to consider and act upon the minutes of the regular business meeting held on June 26, 2017. May I have a motion to approve. Representative McCarthy, seconded by Representative Ambrose. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions. Representative Lee, Representative McDermott. Item carries. Item number 3, to receive a report from the First Selectman or his designee on disorderly conduct. We heard a report from Chief McNamara. There was no follow-up. So I am announcing for the first time in my entire time being on the RTM, we have a consent calendar. The following items are eligible for a consent calendar having received unanimous approval in committee. Items 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10. An item may be divided from the consent calendar. Is there a motion to approve the aforementioned items on the consent calendar? Representative Farnan, seconded by Representative Garskoff. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions. Thank you. Thank you for giving us quorums at committees. Next item. Item number 6. To consider and act upon the following resolution recommended by the First Selectman. Resolved that a certain contract negotiated by and between the Town of Fairfield and the Fire Union Local 1426 concerning conditions of employment for the period ending June 30th, 2017 be and hereby is amended in the manner described in the attached tentative agreement so as to make the contract effective through June 30th, 2021 and to incorporate certain other changes regarding wages, hours, and other matters. May I have a motion to approve? Representative Farnan, seconded by Representative Hochberg. Is there any discussion? Representative Gale.
Hannah Gale, RTM District 6. I apologize. I know no one wants to hear it, but I just don't feel comfortable with my conscience if I don't at least register the idea that although I am 100% supportive of the firemen being given tools to protect their health, I do have a personal objection to the idea of consent being taken away from them, from any individual in terms of mandatory screening, including both PSA and mammograms particularly, and I'm just registering that. I've already spoken to some of the firefighters. I have left a message with their union. I understand the contract has always been already been negotiated this time, but I just need to be okay with my conscience and to explain that that is why I am going to abstain today. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Representative McCarthy.
I'm McCarthy, District 7. Quickly through you, Madam Moderator, I see Mr. Hicks in the audience. Could I ask him to step up to the podium and just explain quickly what changes have been made to post-retirement and medical benefits in this contract?
Mr. Hipson, are you here? Representative McCarthy, was that not clearly discussed in committee?
I just want to touch base again. A question came up a short while ago. I just want a quick summary of those changes.
Mr. Hipson?
So the healthcare, we maintain the same plan, but we increased the cost share for the employees per year. By 1% per year. Okay. And then on the pension, each employee, regardless of the years of service, will make pension contributions of additional 0.25% per year for years 2, 3, and 4. So year 1, the wages are at 0. Year 2, the wages are at 2. Year 3, they're at 2. And year 4, they're at 2. They'll be contributing an additional 0.25 in each of those years where they're actually getting a raise into the pension contribution. Additionally, we eliminated the 30 years and out for new hires, and we amended the age for allowing to retire from 51 to 56 for new hires.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Any further comments or questions? Seeing none, anyone from the public wish to address this item? Seeing no one, back to the body. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Representative Gale. Item carries. Thank you. Next up, item number 11, to consider and act upon the following amendments to Chapter 78-2 of the Noise Ordinance of the Code of the Town of Fairfield. Sponsored by Heather Dean, District 3, Aaron Lopez, District 4, Ray Newberger, District 6, Jill Vergara, District 7, Karen Wackerman, District 7, Brian Farnan, District 9, William Perugini, District 9, and Samuel Cargill, District 10. May I have a motion to approve? Representative Dean, seconded by Representative McCullough. Any discussion on this item? Representative Hurley.
Michael Hurley, RTM District 10. First off, thank you very much to the sponsors of this ordinance. I think you guys did an absolute terrific job, so thank you. One point, and in your cover memo, you refer to how ordinances are supposed to rely on plain English. And there is a little bit of an inconsistency in the description of the hours. If you look at, and understand there can be different definitions, if you were to look at the Cambridge Dictionary, they would define evening as the part of the day between the afternoon and the night. Nighttime, the Oxford Dictionary, defines nighttime between the evening and the morning. So when you say the hours between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. Sunday evening through Friday morning, it's just not clear to say, or actually proper to say that you have evening hours during the nighttime. So I would just like to make a friendly amendment that under 78-2 in the first sentence that both references to evening be replaced with night.
Brian Farnan, District 9. It actually would be 3 references because there's one actually at the bottom too. It says during any state or national holiday, the weekend schedule will be in effect the night. It shouldn't say, instead of saying evening, yeah. So there would be 3 in total. And we would be, I'm okay with that amendment.
If 3, so it would be 3, so that's my motion.
I'm amenable to your amendment, but I just wanted to make a couple comments about, sure.
All right, well, wait, can we can you please put a motion on the table, and then we can discuss it? No, you didn't. You need to move, and we need to...
Okay,
second.
I'd like to make a motion that the three references to evening in Section 78-2 definition nighttime hours, that the three definitions, that the three references to evening be changed to night.
Is there a second? Representative McCarthy. Thank you. Now we may discuss the item, the amendment.
I'm amenable to that amendment. I'd far prefer the word night to substitute for evening than to have nothing there at all. But at the same time, after doing this research and literally going through all of the noise ordinances in every single town in Connecticut, 26 other towns use this parallel formula where you use evening and morning to define the nighttime hours. And we would be the only town in Connecticut to use night to define nighttime hours, which is a somewhat odd since it's a little circular. You're using night to define nighttime hours. But if I wouldn't want to hold this up because of that. And I certainly wouldn't want there to be nothing there at all. I'd way prefer there to be night than to lose any word behind the 10 p.m. So behind the Sunday and other references to evening.
And I just want to thank Jill. Obviously, you can tell by the amount of legislative review that she's done. It's pretty impressive, the amount of hard work she's put into it. I also am open to the amendment. I actually think the word night is, from a Black's Law Dictionary perspective, probably more accurate, but there is a part of me that also likes the fact that it's consistent with all the other ordinances in all other towns. So to me, it's a form over substance argument, and no matter which way this body goes, as long as we move on with this noise ordinance, we will be happy.
Hear, hear.
Any further discussion on the motion to change the word night, evening to night? Seeing none, is there anyone from the public who wishes to address the body on this item? Seeing no public comment, all those in favor of changing the word evening to night, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Representative Dean, Representative Hochberg, Representative Kelly, Representative Parham, McDermott, Newman, Walk, Gale, Lee, Paris, Georgitis, Wackerman, and Smay. Did I get everybody? No, he didn't have his hand up. He wasn't opposed. I mean... The item carries. So now the item stands before us as amended. All those in favor of the item as amended, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? The item carries. Item number 12. This is the first time this item's on the call, so it will be held over until October, but it should be to hear, consider, and act upon the following amendments to the Animals Ordinance, Chapter 38 of the Code of Town of Fairfield, sponsored by Heather Dean, District 3, Jennifer Hochberg, District 4, Philip Piers, District 4, Brian Farnan, District 9, Michael Hurley, District 10, Chapter 48, Section -1, removal of feces required. The item is listed on the call, and it will be held over for a vote in October. Is there any discussion on this item at this time? Seeing none, We'll move on to item number 13. The moderator has referred amendments to the tax relief for elderly and disabled homeowners ordinance, Section 95-7 to Section 95-15.4 of Chapter 95, Article 3 of the Code of Town of Fairfield, sponsored by the Elderly and Disabled Homeowners Tax Relief Ordinance Committee to the Legislation and Administration Committee under Rule 32 of the RTM Rules to Regulate. That item is still with the LNA Committee. Item number 14, to consider and act upon any other matters presented to said meeting on which may be properly acted upon under the rules of the representative town meeting. Does anyone have any other business? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Representative Ambrose, seconded by Representative Cargill. We stand adjourned.